Hi, Steve. Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick call. I am going to be your replacement at St James's Park. The rumours can stop. I just wanted to give you a quick call. Thank you for your time over the last couple of years because, quite frankly, with the limited transfers and all the abuse that's been thrown your way, what you've achieved over the last couple of years has actually been quite outstanding, really. I mean, some of them don't even make sense, do they? I mean, what does cabbage head even mean? Anyway, yeah, I mean, you're free now, so enjoy that. I did have one question for you, though. I did want to understand one thing. Why did you sign Emil Kraft when we already had two average right backs already? Oh, really? Wait, that way round? Okay, I'll look out for that. Anyway, if you do continue in management, I just want to let you know you can have first dibs on Matt Ritchie when that time comes. I know you love him so much, but if you don't, either way, enjoy your time away. Yeah. See you soon, Steve. Cheers. Bye. Welcome to Newcastle United. Right then, so there's been quite a lot of change since I announced Newcastle as my beta save, and I did announce that Newcastle as a beta save before the takeover happened. That's the main bit of news, of course. In the real world, Steve Bruce has stepped aside as well. He did get 1,000 games in the real world. Obviously here, he won't do, but we'll pretend in his honour. The main thing here, though, is I have started this save with the first transfer window disabled. I will be going to January with the squad as it is in the real world, because of course, we didn't get this takeover until after the transfer window shut. It just didn't feel right to start this save with all the money already there. I mean, the money's already there, but I can't use it if I disable the transfer window. Obviously, I can do club upgrades and all that kind of thing, which isn't too much of an accelerated schedule considering 2 months or what have you in the background, but no new transfers until January. That's the main headline. And in the game, this is the main headline, of course. I am the new club's manager. I'm getting, considering the money that's apparently in the club, 40 grand a week. Doesn't seem that much, but you can see in the game, finances on that right-hand side, status rich, transfer budget is 0 because of the things. Wage budget, £2 million per week. 2 million. I don't know if they just moved all the transfer budget into the wage budget because I disabled the first transfer window and I'm able to move it back again. I don't know if I need to upgrade the size of the font. Obviously, the directives changed. It is Amanda Savely in the game now. I was wondering if they'd code it so the takeover happened at the right point. They didn't, which is a bit annoying because I'm having to work around it. But I understand it happened quite late on. It would have been a bit of a faff to code it at that stage. This was probably just easier for them. Enjoying their greatest era during the 1900s. Yep, that's a problem. And a lot of average facilities in the background as well. Apparently, as a Newcastle fan, I can tell you already which area or areas I want to improve. I only want to improve one area, but that area is this. Yeah, that whole area pretty much, except for one left back and one centre back, the Jamals. Everyone else is on the chopping list pretty much, apart from Callum Wilson and Sam Maximan. Jamal Lascelles and Jamal Lewis will probably survive. As much as I love Dubravka in goal, he has been injured a lot. I would presume the injury is active in the game, along with Darlow's at the start. I would presume that to be the case, but we do have 3 goalkeepers, so that's not going to be a priority on day one to upgrade there. Dubravka's still good enough at the end of the season. Shah as well, getting on a little bit now though, possibly in the stage of his career where we can move him to be a backup. I probably will keep Shah around as well. The sales, I'm hoping he is accurately attributed in the game. Same with Jamal Lewis. I hope he's still got a bit of potential. I'm hoping Almiron's work rate is quite good. Club culture is sign high reputation players, which is going to be interesting considering I don't think, from initial murmurings on the Twitter sphere, that Newcastle's reputation has been altered to reflect the takeover. That never happens in the game anyway. I was hoping that was going to be one of the improvements for FM22 is like the financial situation of clubs will affect the reputation as well. Apparently not. Increased commercial revenue. I don't think we need that right now, to be honest. But it's finished top half in the first year and qualify for Euro following year and then working towards that Champions League. Win a domestic cup by the end of 25-26. A lot of inductions to be doing, which I'm going to be ignoring, of course, but just in case I get sacked if I don't do a press conference, yes, arrange an interview, yeah, do all this stuff. Back rooms, we'll do that fortnightly at the best. I've also heard the weekly meetings are annoying already. Okay, so interestingly, a couple of the higher profile players only have 1 year left on their contracts, which is especially confusing for Shah and Dummett, who apparently just assigned 1 year extensions or something. I wasn't aware of that situation, and alright, so Shah in the game isn't that good. which is a shame because he's actually quite quality in real life. Newcastle's one of those clubs where some of the players are underrated because of the general squad level. It's the start of this year's game cycle. I'm not going to be plugging in my Volante formation because I know that's obviously slightly overpowered, clearly, from last year. But we will be going with this general formation. We'll quick pick this. We've just done Gegenpress 4-3-3. Thanks, Graham. How the hell is Isaac Hayden our best right back? I mean, I know this is a situation because two of them are on holiday and Mankio's injured. Why is Murphy not even being considered as a right back? Sorry, how do you have right wing back but not right back? I know he sort of plays as a right wing back, but sometimes we play for the back and he plays there. Also, Matt Ritchie, get out of that squad after what I saw from you against Spurs. I mean, how is he even ahead of him anyway? Star rating wise, Jamal Lewis is already half a star better. How is that a suggestion? It has accurately started with all the injuries that we had at the beginning of the season. So Maximan was out with COVID at the beginning. I'm guessing that's what the virus is meant to simulate all over the summer. Do you want to check Almiron? Yeah, so Almiron's work rate and teamwork is reflected in the game. That's one thing I want to know. His speed, okay, that's pretty good. Technically, not that brilliant. Not quite as technically brilliant as we were hoping when we signed him. This one thing I like is the price tag. They've even got a bit of flash on the UI design there of an actual price tag. Unnecessary, really, but 42 to 51 million. That's quite a decent price tag, considering, to be fair. But where on earth? Please tell me I don't have to go onto this page to find the potential of players. Please tell me that's not something that's necessary. I will be getting its skin at the first opportunity, which hopefully will rectify that issue and as part of it. But that can't be a thing. Obviously, the biography needs to change to attribute analysis. But other than that, yeah, I'm hoping this isn't a thing. It said take the squad induction. I thought it meant the meeting. Obviously, I'll do things like getting the views and the page and all that jazz sorted as well. Was finding the skin. I don't need inductions for anything. But Club Vision will accept it. That's fine. No issues there. Squad selection rules. I'm still in this period of the game, but it doesn't really matter because I'm not doing any transfers. I've gone late window, which I figured it'd give me enough time to get the staff in the background before the season actually started and replace all the ones that aren't good enough. Right, so what's this then? What's this new staff meeting that we've got to deal with? I feel like Graham Jones's coaching attributes are quite bad considering how well respected he is. Individual training. We should get him on free kick training. No, let's not do that, shall we? You will be learning a new position, Jacob Murphy, because it is absolutely sodding pointless you being here if you can't play right back. Because you're not good enough to be a forward player. You're barely good enough to be a right back anyway. So yeah, no, don't do that. Move on. Player trait. I feel Jamal Lewis's game would improve if he stopped trying to play his way out of trouble as he doesn't read the game well enough. That is because my boy Jamal Lewis has been absolutely obliterated in the attributes. Good God. Yeah, these need to be at least 13. Some of these, particularly the defensive side of things, is mental. What's wrong with his? Why have they destroyed his mentals? I know for some reason Matt Ritchie's playing ahead of him in real life, but that should not be reflected in the game. The game should understand that Jamal Lewis is far better than Matt Ritchie. What's wrong with him? What are you suggesting for him there? He started knocking the ball past the opponent as a strong athletic presence. Yeah, do that. Sure. Move on. Ignoring coaching assignments because they never... I mean, if the game hasn't improved their logic on coaching assignments, then I'm ignoring anything they suggest me on that front. Start developing his weaker foot. Yes, because he's got... I mean, Jamal Lewis is the left back. He doesn't need a strong right foot anyway. What's the point of this page? What's the point of this step? Just pointing out that all our facilities are average. I'm of the increasing opinion that Matty Longstaff has the potential to be a key player for this club. Then why did you send him out on loan instead of keeping him here then? I mean, it's kind of depressing that they think that this player might become our best centre-back when he has 3-star potential. Move on. Okay, quite like this page. I mean, I'm not going to bring in Brian Kidd. He's 72. He's going to retire straight away. But Emilio Alvarez is a goalkeeping coach that doesn't have any alignment right now. At the same time, I'll do that on my own time afterwards. Same as this. Why are there like 14 different pages for separate sections of staff? Just put it on one page. I end the meeting. I've just agreed to one thing out of about 14,000 options. I will deal with staff tomorrow. In my own time, I'll do the searching. I don't need a meeting to tell me to add staff members. I hope a lot of that you can just turn off because I can see how people are already getting annoyed by that. I got a little bit confused there for a moment because I couldn't find out where the squad depth button was, but it's here now. Okay. It's actually in the squad tab now, which makes more sense because it used to be in, I don't know if it's under Dynamics or what used to be the data hub, which has clearly been altered and improved. But I mean, I feel like we're being a little bit generous there with the 3 good right backs. one of which actually isn't a right back. So, I mean, what's immediately clear when you go on the squad depth here is, for the level of player that we have, a lot of our team are just regarded as good. Effectively, because we don't have that many outstanding players, the rest of the squad are just average 3 stars. So yeah, Alan Saint-Maximin, Callum Wilson, top 2 players here. Dubravka is regarded as 3.5 stars. I will just check actually, he is quite good in the game still, so that's fine. Is he actually better in the game than he was last year? I know he was definitely underrated last year in the game, Dubravka. Ryan Fraser is regarded as 3.5 stars, which makes it very confusing why they've underrated Jamal Lewis the way they have. If Ryan Fraser is 3.5, despite the fact he'd barely played. And once again, it does appear that Jamal Lascelles has been underrated, although he does have 15, 15, 15 in the key defensive stat attributes. Did I get the right word there? Yeah, he's been underrated again. I really hope this isn't ranking the 3-star ability players in order, because if Jamal Lascelles is behind Hayden, Clark, Murphy, Manquillo, Kraft, like if he's behind all those players in terms of his level of quality, then this game has got Newcastle completely wrong. And that's, okay, yeah, that's not 3 stars. We've already looked at Murphy. That's obviously not 3 stars when you compare it to Lascelles. And Hayden. Okay, so for Isaac Hayden, 13 decisions feels a little high, considering he gets yellow carded every game, pretty much. So Jeff Hendrick is apparently our worst player, which is an interesting decision, considering we have players like Manquillo and Kraft in the team, but never mind. Whoever's done the attributes for Newcastle doesn't watch Newcastle. That's what's immediately apparent. They are just aware that Alan Saint-Maximin is good, and Callum Wilson is good. He's going to be a draft pick. He's going to be a highly rated draft pick with those attributes for striking, but they are clearly aware that Almiron is a workhorse player. Rest of his mentals are questionable in terms of the way they've thrown them together. And Ryan Fraser, sure, is he injury prone? Is there any way of finding out if he's injury prone? No, there's no way of finding out if he's injury prone, is there? It's not a player trait, which is annoying. I'm getting my FIFA muddled there. But yeah, he's not awful, is he, in the game? Arguably overrated, though. I think it's largely just because I haven't seen him play for Newcastle all that much that I just don't really feel like he does anything. Obviously, the finances are mad. The overall balance is 258 million, even though it's technically billions. So just out of curiosity, world reputation-wise, what level of player are we looking at for transfers? Oscar, Higuain, Osimhen, Spinazzola. Okay, this is a lot better than I was thinking it was going to be. We're not getting, obviously, the top end of players, but sort of reputation of players, much better than I was expecting it to be. Richarlison, obviously probably regarded quite well. Trippier as a right-back choice might be a choice. I mean, 30 years old now, but could be an option. Obviously far better than any right-back we've already got. Deeney is interested. Declan Rice would be interested. I presume this is on, regular interest. It's not even our boy Xhaka there. The fact that Xhaka's 3-star world reputation is interesting. I suppose it's because he's Turkish goalkeeper, isn't he? But this will wrap up the introductory episode to the Newcastle save. I will be going forward. I'll be filling all the staff in the background. I hope you'll continue to join me on this adventure. Like, comment, subscribe down there. Do the like button, notification bell, all that jazz. All helps the algorithms. Next part will be on Monday. I will see you for that one. It'll be the first 2 games of the season because, of course, there's no transfer window. There's no transfers. We can do 2 full games. I'll see you for that then. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, ta-ra.